Hey, what's up, guys? It's Curtis from Razor Customs. Today we have Josh here with us, and blah, 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 blah. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Curtis and Josh from Razor Customs. Today we are going to be doing the brakes, oil change, and motor mounts on his wife's car. So we just figured we'd make a video of showing how to do these things. That way you can also know too. So let's hop into it. You know what I just thought of? It's a good thing we have shade.
What?
Otherwise we'd be doing it like outside in the sun.
Yeah?
We'd be cooking. Cooking like bacon.
If that was the case, I would have asked if you wanted to come help me on it at my
3 o'clock in the morning?
Oh, I was just going to say my apartment. Okay. Start with the fronts. You're the guy with the sockets today.
Yep. Sockets are bottom drawer.
See what you're saying about missing some.
Yeah.
There's one on the bottom, not really missing much. Pretty worn, not completely gone, but I want to do them before they get there.
Yeah. So you want to show a comparison?
If you can.
No. What size socket was that for that bolt?
14.
So it'd be a 14 millimeter for a full. Oh, I think most of them there are probably about 14 millimeter, ain't they?
That varies from make and model year.
So as you can tell, you can see a difference in the old one and the new one.
Yeah. Thickness wise, They're worn.
Yeah, they're.
But they're not on bare metal.
Nope.
That's the main thing. This, for whatever reason, I do not have new hardware, so I am going to have to reuse the old one. I'm not too worried about it. We weren't having any brake noises out of it. It was just time to put new pads on it.
Yep.
So that is what I should do.
And if you start to hear a squealing, that usually means that your pads are starting to get pretty low. So that means that they need to be replaced very quickly.
Once you start to get that squealing, it's time for pads. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You need pads. That's what that squeal is. It's built in. They have wear reminders built into the pads. Double check. Most of the time, I'm not seeing any on these. But if you do start, if you're metal on metal, it's been squealing for probably 10,000 miles or more. We know.
I actually have a picture of the brake pad and rotor. I'll insert it in. And hold on a second. Hello.
If you're hearing any kind of squeal, it's time for pads. You might have to get your rotors turned or new rotors. It depends on if you have any deep grooves, vibrations, or anything of that nature. This one's not grooved enough. I feel a tiny lip with my finger, but it's not too bad. You get big lips, so usually you have to replace if you get a big lip, then it's usually time for a new rotor. Or if and I have a handy dandy tool. I don't know if it's going the right way right now. It's not. But no, if you have a big lip or anything, like if you have a really bad warpage, you're gonna have to get a new rotor. If the lip is a little worse than this, but not horrid, usually you can have them turned. Most people can just have the rotors turned. You can turn some warp out of it, but it really depends on how bad it actually is. And this tool is nice because it's a little ratcheting guy. It lets me just push the piston of the caliper back in place. And once it's back in place, I just take it the other way, take it out, and then I can take it and drop it right back on. Nope, back plate came off this pad. You're squeezed. But why you fight me so much? I don't want the back plates to come off. Screw you. Hold in place like you're supposed to. There we go. And then I'm just putting this bolt back in. You want to make sure you get them nice and tight. They do have torque specs. Recommend you get a torque wrench and look up your torque specs if you're not familiar with doing this. The last thing you want is for your brake caliper to come loose. I've had it happen to me. It's not fun. Ended up stranded on the side of a road. But what was weird about that for me was I did the brakes on that one like it had been 1.5 to 2 years since I had done the brakes, and that's when it finally decided to fail on me. And it was just a single bolt, one singular bolt, and I went back together with more than torque spec and red Loctite. And I need a wrench. Curtis, you really need to organize your tools, man.
I keep trying to.
Try harder.
I need a bigger toolbox, okay?
Well, you could at least put all your wrenches on and you're set the right way. I thought it would be close to the same size, but it's showing that, I mean, this is 17. There we go. Okay. Make sure. Grip on the bottom one. Go back down here. That way I can actually get this one tight. So for these hold downs, if you'll point the camera right here. So you have the bolt, right? And then you have a nut. This nut is for the slide pin. Slide pin allows the caliper to move. This is a floating caliper system. And the way this caliper is designed, so long as this is bolted here, it cannot back out that way. But it allows it to help absorb any kind of vibration, dampening, whatever. I could be wrong. So come to the other side. Make sure I'm back to loosening. Loosen this guy. And I'll come down here. So I have some grease specifically made for brake systems. These are the pins that slide for the caliper. Because I had uneven wear, kind of figured I'm gonna go ahead and toss some new grease up in there. And I'm gonna remove any of the old grease. You don't want grease getting onto your rotors or anything like that. So I'm just making sure real quick to remove the grease so we don't have that issue. Track the box. And this will help give you guys a little bit better of an example of what's going on here with this tool. So slide it up in there, and then it'll push that piston, and you should be able to see it move back up into that caliper. This thing is actually going to have a brake pedal again, and I'm not going to like it because these brake pedals are sensitive.
You can go hit the brakes.
Just barely
Eat the steering wheel.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to come.
And that is how you do the front brakes. We're going to take a short commercial break and we'll be right back to do the rear brakes. All right, we're back from our commercial break. Now we're moving on to the rears.
Yep.
Is it all the same size or do we need different sizes?
14th. Okay. I've already broken the other side loose. I want to go ahead and just break the caliper free. It's pretty much the same process.
Sorry, air compressor wanted to make an appearance. Yeah, these ones are much smaller than the front ones.
Yeah, and I think these have to come all the way off. Come on. These, if you notice, are a lot different than the front.
Yep.
These require a different tool.
Which I was actually wondering where that set disappeared to. I didn't realize you took it.
I told you I was grabbing stuff to do the wipes and brakes. You good?
Well, no, this tire just came over and hit me in the side.
Scared
And I
shit
thought
out of
somebody
you?
got in the shop and messed with me.
Let's see. I don't know if this will be the right one. No, I need to go
One more higher.
a little bit bigger.
So the 5.
Where is the 5?
Right below the 4. The only good gift my ex-wife ever bought me.
Nope. Screw it. Let's jump up to the 7 and see. I think 7's gonna be a little too big. That one might work. Hold it out for a little bit. Nope, 6. 6 it is. Okay. Curtis?
Hmm. Hold it.
No, it don't come off, buddy. Oh. It'd also help if I grab the one we're gonna need. Because I think it's gonna be this one. We'll find out. I don't know. We'll figure this out.
There was an
in a second.
instruction set in there, but I don't know where it is now.
I don't know either. Cause I didn't ever see I didn't open it up, to be honest with you.
Then there's no telling.
I know that this, I'm pretty sure, is supposed to go up in there, in between. So it's supposed to.
Aha. Now we figured it out.
Okay.
Sometimes us smart people are really dumb. Until that happens.
I'm just gonna do this.
I have no idea where that went.
Down. It's been a long time since I've had to do this style brake. Come back to it if I have to. What's with them not giving me components?
I've noticed a lot of them ain't coming with hardware anymore. You have to buy the hardware separate.
That's stupid. That is so stupid.
Trust me, I agree.
If you're doing this, I recommend either wearing gloves or have some really good hand cleaner. You don't want to like have this on your hands permanently.
Is that even hitting you?
Mm.
The fan?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure it's hitting you.
Come on. There we go.
How thin were those ones?
Do a quick comparison.
Yeah, you can see the difference.
I would say these probably have 3 to 4 mil left. These are starting off about 8 or 9.
Yeah.
No wonder they were so hard to get out.
Yeah, sometimes those clips can be a pain.
They're not even making these with noise anymore.
It's because nowadays everything is made cheaply.
And how are you supposed to know when your brake pads wear out then? I knew mine were worn out because I do all the services to it myself. And I'm pretty good with, automotive stuff. I mean, at least I hope I'd be pretty good with automotive stuff considering I was a technician for Chevy for a while before I became a forklift mechanic. Technician, whatever you want to call us. I mean, there's technically, if you want to get into it, there is a difference between a technician and a mechanic.
Yeah.
Mechanics have, it's kind of negative connotation, but a mechanic would fix stuff. Not only would they fix stuff, but they had to fix stuff when they didn't have manuals to fix it, so you just had to have all the information on how everything works and how systems work and be able to figure out how stuff works in order to figure out what's wrong with things. Whereas a lot of technicians are trained, they understand how things work, but most of them, it's just, hey, you have these codes, follow the codes. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a technician, because really good technicians can see, oh, there's this code, I know I can go look at this live data, and then from this live data I know exactly what's going on because I know how to read it and use that to my advantage. Good modern mechanic should be able to do the same, in my opinion, but there's just not really as much need for a legitimate mechanic nowadays.
Yeah, because most of everything's getting computerized now.
Yeah, computers make it easy to diagnose a lot of this stuff. Inside this, do loan these tools out. You have to pay up front, but whenever you're done using them and you return them,
You get your
you get
money
your
back.
money back. Or you should in most places. Okay. I don't like how they set this up. Take that off. Take that off. Tighten you down, set you back. Right there. Take the new one out. I now know that it was a mistake. Last time I did this kind of brake setup, I was, I mean, it's been 5 or 6 years since I've had to do this style brake. Like I said, I worked at a Chevy dealer and I was working on Duramaxes and whatnot, so I didn't have to, or didn't see
Too much of this.
Yeah, I don't know if GM actually offers this kind of brake setup. To be honest with you, I didn't pay attention as much as I probably should have. But I know that it's common for like foreign manufacturers to have this kind of setup. There we go. So I don't like what it's doing to that dust seal. I've got to move now. And if you're wondering why they do this, it's a parking brake and normal brake combo. So they have, this comes in, this is for the parking brake, and then you have your actual brake line coming in for a brake pedal. And they have it to where it'll clamp down and lock the piston in place for the parking brake, so it holds them together. It's not a bad idea. They're just kind of a hassle to change. Back down there. Want to be careful anytime you're doing the brake stuff. You want to make sure that these seals right here are still in good shape. This one's really dusty, but you don't want to put a hole in these. Okay, it's kind of what holds fluid and helps the fluid from not bypassing. the piston and coming out of the caliper.
Ball.
Excuse me. I'm just going through and making sure that it's fully seated. There we go. Making sure I'm also putting my pads on the right way.
Yeah. Always make sure you put them on the right way. My dad made a mistake when he did his brakes not too long ago. He accidentally put one in backwards, which that's very rare for him to do.
Yeah. Come on, Jeff. You're not known for your mistakes, Jeff. You're not allowed to make mistakes.
I know, I'm like, you're the perfect person. What are you doing making mistakes? But then again, he is kind of getting up there.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's there. What time is it?
Huh?
Time?
1:45?
Oh, it's not bad. How long have we been recording for the rear brakes?
We are at 19 minutes.
Just like that, brakes are complete.
Yep, brakes are complete. Now we're going to take another commercial break and we will be back for the oil change. Alright, we are back and we are about to change the oil on this thing. Just to show you this kind of tool that I bought. It's a little oil filter deal. You set it on there, it expands. If I can get it to work and do this one-handed. But it comes open, grabs your oil filter, you twist it off. I'm gonna go ahead and get under here.
There's an oil leak on this car that I haven't felt like fixing because you have to drop the motor out to get to it, and I don't want to do that, and I don't want to pay someone else to do it. But there's a 15 millimeter drain plug over on this other side to make sure that the bucket's going to be able to catch everything. And then I'm going to take this drain plug loose. I've already loosened it up, so you're just seeing me pop it out. Okay. Let my fingies cool off.
And sometimes it's best if you go to the store and get your oil change stuff, let it sit and cool for a few.
Yeah, we've been letting this one cool for me to do brakes, but I did brakes fast enough that it didn't really cool.
So the drain plug is still pretty toasty.
Yeah. Minimum oil on my fingies. And it seems like she was probably a little low.
Yeah, because that doesn't look like that was much. How many quarts is this supposed to hold?
I think 5.
The way that's slowing down, that does not seem like 5.
I don't know, there's actually a good bit in the drain pan.
Is there already?
Yeah. It's also really hot. And I think the oil filter takes like half a quart. Because it's got a pretty big oil filter on it, so it might have lost, from what it feels like in the bucket, probably half a quart. It is dark. I've been neglecting this car, and really, I don't know, man. It's totaled out already from hail damage and all that fun stuff, so not really missing much. And then the oil filter is right up somewhere up here. If I can't touch hot exhaust, it's right here. So I'm gonna pull this back. I'm gonna pop that loose and let it drain. Drained a good bit. Go back up. Let my fingies cool down. So I think I'm getting close. I don't want to drop this and splash oil all over us. That would not be fun, huh?
No, it would not be.
This is a long thread filter, man. Can you get me a rag?
Here it is.
See? Well, it's quite a bit of oil, doesn't it? I'm just gonna set that in there. And light this and down. And then will you get me the new oil? It helps a lot, but I've seen them, especially on Hondas, where we had to replace the oil filter housing because they couldn't get the oil filter off. So I just tighten it as tight as I can get it by hand. And usually that's enough. I don't want to do that.
I was like, I probably should have done a video on that fuel pressure sensor on that F450 that I had to do.
You should have.
And most of the time, when you're doing your oil changes, your cap will say what kind of oil that you need.
5W20.
Yep, this one requires 5W20. I can see a chain.
Yes, sir, you can. Will you look up for sure how much oil?
There's this one.
2010.
You know we have funnels, right? 5.3 quarts.
5.3?
Yes.
Okay. Will you pull that dipstick?
She sounds a little thirsty.
Not gonna lie, I'm not used to hearing it like this.
I know that is a little odd because I don't think I've ever heard that before either.
How many oil changes have you done on a 3-liter V6 Ford?
None.
Hey guys, just wanted to say our GoPro got way too hot because it was really hot that day, so we didn't able to get finished recording the rest of the oil thing. I had files on my phone, but I don't know what happened to them. I can't seem to find them on my phone now. So sucks to kind of end the video this way, but there will be more videos to come. Just wanted to say thank y'all for the continued support, and hopefully y'all have a great day.